All right. Happy Friday, boxing fans. Anthony with Bleacher Bums Gaming, and we are back for our weekly Glory Days boxing fight night. This week it is Friday night fights, and we have another action-packed card for you tonight, which I will run down. In the main event, Deontay Wilder takes on Frank Bruno in a heavyweight slugfest, with the winner earning a spot in the quarterfinals of the Glory Days boxing tournament for the vacant heavyweight title. The co-main event, barn burner junior welterweights, Rickey Hatton takes on Arturo Gatti. And all the undercard bouts, by the way, will be fought using the enhanced quick play charts. But the winner of this fight will be Aaron Pryor's next title defense. Pryor coming off a successful junior welterweight title defense last week. And the third bout on the card, Terry Norris takes on Davey in a junior middleweight bout. Oleksandr Usyk takes on Bob Satterfield in what should just be a speed bump for Usyk. And our opening bout, Canelo Alvarez, who is in line for a shot at Stanley Ketchel's GBU middleweight title, takes on Studs Purcell, who is one of our tomato cans. So we are ready to go. Opening fight, Alvarez and Purcell. And in case you don't know, the excuse me, tomato cans are a free download that you can get on the Facebook page for Glory Days Boxing, or also on the Sideline Strategy website under freebies. All right, so we're ready to go. And again, all these undercard fights using the quick play charts. Let's get our cameraman correct here. All right, so quick play charts for this. Alvarez is going to start out with a decided advantage here. He's already up 8 points over Purcell, again, who is a generic. Alvarez is going to have control during the advantage portion, 66 and 66. If fighter in control has a higher punches landed range on the outside, they get 2 points, and Alvarez on the outside is 45 and 30 for Purcell. So that's 11-1, and Alvarez is already approaching TKO. If he gets one more point up on Purcell, this fight will be over as we go into the power chart. All right, 20, and actually Purcell manages. No, 10-point difference. It's all Alvarez. Never mind that. All right, 70 on the power chart. Add power of fighter in control to opponent's will if 10 or more TKO win. So Alvarez has a power of 4 and will is a 5. So just missed the TKO there, but he does get the point, and that will give us an automatic TKO win for Alvarez, as he is up by 11 points now. So as expected, he makes short work in this tune-up fight. So next up for Canelo is a shot at Stanley Ketchel, the Glory Days boxing middleweight champion, as he takes out Purcell. 4th round TKO. All right, second fight, and this should be another speed bump type of fight, though Satterfield is dangerous with his power, as Oleksandr Usyk, the Ukrainian sensation, taking on Satterfield as he tries to work his way up the GBU heavyweight rankings. So starting out here, 6 stars for Usyk, and he is probably a fighter in the next real-life set. Right now, there's 2 fighters in line for re-rates. Usyk is 1, and Teofimo Lopez. Usyk bet for the better, and Lopez, who unbelievably, I found out yesterday, landed a title shot in June against Josh Taylor, will get his card downgraded slightly, as he and actually more than even just a downgrade, which will be minor, he will probably get a new trait, which references his current mental approach to the game. And Rob and Arnold Hunter at ringside, welcome, guys. All right, so Usyk 6 stars and Satterfield 4, so not a huge difference. And again, Usyk is definitely going to get a boost. So to get the advantage right out the gate, it's going to be 5. That will be Usyk on the advantage chart, and a roll of 66. And it's the same one we had with Canelo if fighter in control has a higher punches landed range on the outside. And he does. So 2 points. It's now 8-4 as we go into the power portion. All right, 14 or better. Usyk still in control. A roll of 60 on the power chart. If fighter in control has power of 3 or more, opponent doubles will, checks for TKO. So Usyk does have 3 or more, and Satterfield, not good for him. His will is going to go up to 16, and we might have another early stoppage here. 13, and this fight is over. So Oleksandr Usyk takes out Bob Satterfield, TKO round 10. So 2 stoppages to start our Friday night card as we move into the next bout. It is indeed over, my friends. So this bouts will start to get a little more competitive now. Terrible Terry Norris takes on Davey Moore. Davey Moore, of course, a tragic story. Won the junior middleweight title at a fairly young age and then was absolutely dismantled by Roberto Duran as Duran moved up to junior middleweight. And not too long after that fight was tragically killed in an accident in the driveway of his home. So coming into this, Norris is going to have the advantage here. Norris is a 9-star fighter, and Davey Moore is a 6. All right, 9-6 to start it out. 3-point advantage, and Rob is saying Norris stomps him. We shall see. And 17, Davey Moore, though, is going to have control coming out of the gate. It's going to be a 29 on the advantage chart. And fighter in control has a foul rating over 5. They lose a point, and Davey Moore does not have a foul rating over 5. If 5 or lower, they gain a point for keeping it clean. So Davey Moore pulls a little closer going into the power segment. 9-7 now, Norris up. And 12, 2-point advantage. That is going to be Norris in control. 64 on the power chart. And fighter in control has power 4 or more. Opponent doubles will. And Terrible Terry does have 4 or more, so we're going to have another will check. Davey Moore, a little bit better than Satterfield. His will is a 4, so 8 or less. This one is over. 15, and Moore survives. So 1 point for Terrible Terry Norris. He's up to 3-point advantage going into our final segment. And this is the closing chart. 1, it's going to be Norris in control, 51. Fighter in control gets 2 points if favored, which he is, and that's probably going to end up being a very comfortable decision for Terry Norris. All right, so there is a 5-point differential, 12-7, and that's 5 or more. It's going to be automatically a 10-round unanimous decision to Terry Norris. So Norris over Davey Moore in a 10-round decision, and we move into our co-main event. And, of course, our main event will be fought in the full play-by-play mode. All right, this should be exciting. This is one I actually went back and forth deciding whether to do Wilder Bruno as the main event or this one, Hatton and Arturo Gatti, which would have been an absolute slugfest. And it'll be even in quick play, should be a fairly fun fight. All right, so Rickey Hatton comes in. He's going to have 8 stars, and Gatti has 8 stars as well. So they are even. Let's see who gets control, and that's going to be key probably in this fight. 17. Rickey Hatton is favored, by the way, so Gotti's going to have control out of the gate. And a 96. 96 fighter with highest stamina gets 1 point. If tied, neither gets a point. Got to think that's Gatti. Gatti has an 80. Actually, both have 80 and 100. So no points. A close fight as expected as they slug it out going into the power portion. 18, Gatti again in control over Hatton, 46. If difference in points is 3 or more, add power of favored fighter to fatigued chin KO of underdog and roll D20. And of course, it is not 3 or more. Dead tied. So as the favored fighter, though, Rickey Hatton coming on strong is going to get 2 points, and that puts him up 10-8 going into our final chart, the closing chart. And that could be huge, 20. But once again, Gatti in control. He is pressing the action, 97. Hail Mary, fighter behind on points. That is Gatti, chance for KO. What would you expect with these two, even in a quick play mode? Make roll on opponent's chin KO. If they fail, double their chin KO and make a check. If tied, ignore. And actually, that should be chin KD rating. My bad. All right, so Rickey Hatton, he is 5 or less. He's going to be in some trouble here. And 4, Gatti could come and shock Hatton in this one. And this is going to be chin KO is doubled, 6 or less. It is over. 6. It is over. Arturo Gatti, unbelievably, storms back, trailing going into the last segment of this fight, stops Rickey Hatton, and that's going to be officially a 5th round stoppage. So, wow, Hatton up on this one and storming back, all starching Rickey Hatton like Manny Pacquiao did with a huge hook. Arturo Gatti, the come from behind KO stoppage of Rickey Hatton, and Arturo Gatti is going to get a next shot at Aaron Pryor's junior welterweight championship. I don't know if that's necessarily a prize, but that's what he won. Unfortunately, I think Pryor will make short work of him. It'll be an ugly fight, but still, he got a shot. So, yeah, a little bit of an upset there and a good come from behind victory by Arturo Gatti. We're ready for the main event now. And again, this will be in the full play-by-play mode. Frank Bruno versus Deontay Wilder in what should be an absolute slugfest. And should be a fun fight. I do not think it goes the difference. Or distance, I should say. Let's look at our principles. Deontay Wilder has the Iceman trait, one-shot KO power, so he's going to add 1 to Frank Bruno's chin KO rating, making it a 6 and a 10 if fatigued. That could come into play and probably will, actually. And then Bruno, Hail Mary, he's going to get a +1 to power, which is already substantial. Bruno has a power fresh of 7, fatigued of 5. So if he's behind going into the last 2 rounds of the fight, which I do not think this will go 10, he will still get +1 to that power, whatever it is at that point. So stamina, neither fighter extremely, cardiovascular efficient. Deontay Wilder is going to be a 70 for this 10-rounder, and Bruno only a 60. So we're ready to go, and fighters are up. Deontay Wilder is the favorite to make his way into the quarterfinals of the Glory Days Boxing Heavyweight Tournament against an opponent yet to be determined. And Frank Wainscott has joined us as well. Yeah, Hawk is Aaron Pryor, one of my favorite fighters. And when you talk about rides, you mean his cars or motorcycles? I don't know if he had motorcycles. I would imagine his cars. So, and if you did you ever get to speak to him? I'm sure he was an interesting guy to talk to. As we are underway, round number 1, and referee is Mills Lane. He is back again this week. He refereed last week as well. He is a +2 to foul ratings if that ever comes up. So coming out of the box, it's going to be a start for Wilder, and he's going to have control from the outside where he wants to be with that long, lanky right hand. And I did not roll his would have been a possible knockdown chance, but if he lands, Bruno's going to survive that. 41 from the outside for Deontay. A jab and that big right hand, and Bruno able to eat both of those. So Wilder off to the hot start here in this one, or at least quicker, I should say. It's going to be 1 star again for Deontay from the outside, but this time Bruno from the outside takes control. He's going to have a possible knockdown as 45 just misses, though, and Wilder on the counter wings a big right hand back. That just barely misses as well. So both fighters throwing haymakers, neither able to connect. Wilder working from the outside again, probing with the jab. He's got control, lets the hands go. 16, and that's going to be a combo behind a stiff jab. 3 punches get through and just missed a possible knockdown shot there. So fighters throwing bombs early in this one as there's 2 minutes left in the opening stanza. Once again, 1 star for Deontay. He maintains control from the outside, having his way with Bruno early in this one. 83, though, he's going to miss. Bruno fires back a big hook. Wilder moves his head at the last minute. Dancing to his right now, Deontay again from the outside, takes control, 66. He misses, and unable to connect is Bruno as his right hand falls short. So a quick start has settled down as we proceed here in the first round. Wilder now ducks in on the inside. It's going to be toe-to-toe. Deontay goes first, and 40 from the inside. Wilder just misses, and wow. Bruno, he's going to fire back 49, and he misses as well. Both fighters end up clinching. So two big lumbering heavyweights. Not very accurate here to start this one. It's going to be inside for Deontay again. Another toe-to-toe exchange. Wilder goes first, misses again. Would have been a possible knockdown. And Bruno, if he lands, possible cut. He can't connect either, as neither fighter willing to take the power of the other. It's a clinch. Lane separates them, and back to the outside is Wilder. He's in control once again, boxing smartly. Two punches land, a jab and a big right hand follow, and Bruno eats both of those. Final 40 seconds of the first round. Threes for both, and another toe-to-toe from the inside. Wilder goes first again, and he misses. Would have been a possible cut. Bruno goes, and Bruno misses as well. Bruno, horrible in this first round. He has yet to score a significant punch. And this will be an automatic 10-9 round if Bruno can at least get a punch home. So threes for both, and another toe-to-toe to close the round. Wilder goes first again, 93. It's a clinch, and that brings the round to a close. So the hoped-for fireworks have not developed yet here in the first round, and that's a round that because Bruno, using the optional activity rule, is going to lose 10-9 automatically on all three judges' scorecards as the fighters up on their stools. Round two ready to go. And we are underway. Wilder stalking Bruno from his stool, and Bruno moving to his right. Wilder is going to have one start from the outside. Bruno now takes control from the outside, lets the hands go, 25, and that's going to be a jab, right hand, uppercut landing, and Bruno, possible knockdown, 8. Wilder eats that, and he is okay. A big uppercut from Bruno closed that, and Deontay Wilder snapped his head back, but he took it well. No starts from the inside. He seems to be a little shaken up, though, as Bruno retains control from the outside. Lets the hands go. Possible knockdown. A big right hand misses, and that had lights out written all over it. Wilder dancing away, getting his equilibrium back. It's going to be 2 stars from the outside for Deontay. Toe-to-toe, though, from the inside. Bruno goes first. Bruno lets the hands go. 31. Follows a 1-2 with an uppercut. 3 big punches land, and Bruno not connecting solidly. Wilder would have had a possible knockdown, but he's unable to connect as well. So both fighters wild here early in this one. Neither known for their accuracy, as it's going to be no stars for Deontay. Bruno from the inside takes control. Possible knockdown. 31, lets the hands go. 3 more big punches land, and Wilder eats that. 17 on the chin check. He is okay, so he's taking some shots early in this one. 2 stars from the inside. Wilder now takes control back, 19, lets the hands go. 3-punch salvo for Deontay Wilder, and 17 and 14 on the D20s. No cuts or knockdown chances. Wilder has yet to catch Bruno solid. So when he does, it's 2 stars from the outside for Deontay. He's in control, lets the hands go. 31 from the outside, and 3 more punches get through. Wilder coming back here in the second round. And Bruno eats both of those punches. 1 minute to go in the stanza. Wilder now feeling like he has his range, works from the outside again. 1 star. It's going to be a toe-to-toe. Wilder goes first. 15 from the outside. Combination behind a jab. 3 more punches get through for Wilder. And Bruno, Wilder, possible knockdown. 46, and Bruno misses. Bruno's got to make a chin check now. So for Bruno, 7 or less, he's in trouble. 1, he's down. Frank Bruno hits the canvas. Deontay Wilder back to his corner. Second round knockout here. Mills Lane moves in to start the count. And again, the Iceman trait, 6 or less. This fight is over. 3, it's over. The 10 count. Deontay Wilder has stopped Frank Bruno here in the second round. Second to last segment. Let's get our time. So a rather slow fight, and out of nowhere, that thunderbolt right hand for Deontay Wilder caught Frank Bruno and put an end to the action. And the time is going to be 2 minutes and 35 seconds of round number 2. Deontay Wilder, a paralyzing knockout of the Englishman Frank Bruno, and it came out of nowhere and put him to sleep. So at the time of the stoppage, of course, Wilder won the first round, and things were just starting to get heated up. Both fighters landed 9 punches in that second round, but all it takes is one from Wilder, and that was it. Your winner by knockout at 2 minutes and 35 seconds of round number 2, Deontay, the bronze bomber Wilder. I almost gave him Joe Lewis's nickname. Sorry, Joe. So the bronze bomber will now move into the quarterfinals against a undetermined opponent. He will get the winner of the John L. Sullivan and Jack Johnson matchup. And that will again be a quarterfinal matchup for our vacant Glory Days Boxing Heavyweight Championship. And we also decided Aaron Pryor's next challenger tonight. Let's recap the card real quick. It was a evening of short bouts. So in our opener, Canelo Alvarez, a 4th round TKO over Studs Purcell. Our Sout, Oleksandr Usyk, a 10th round TKO over Bob Satterfield. And Terrible Terry Norris, a 10-round unanimous decision over Davey Moore. In our co-main event, a big comeback stoppage. Arturo Gatti, a 5th round KO over Rickey Hatton. And again, that earns Gatti a shot at Aaron Pryor's junior welterweight strap. In our main event, it started slow but ended with a bang. Deontay Wilder, the 2nd round knockout over Frank Bruno. And that's going to do it. A short night of Friday night fights here at Glory Days Boxing at Bleacher Bums Gaming. I want to thank everybody who was in attendance tonight. Arnold Hunter and Rob. And again, give Rob's channel a look. I got to get back on for a chat with you, my friend. And Frank Wainscott, who detailed the Hawks rides as a youngster. Steeler fan 1933. Matt, thank you very much for stopping by, my QC guy extraordinaire. Philip Reynolds, appreciate you stopping in, and thank you, my friend. And hope everyone has a great Friday night. Anthony with Bleacher Bums Gaming. Again, hit that thumbs up on your way out, guys, and do not leave empty beer cans under the seat. My wife gets mad. We'll see you later. Have a great night and a great weekend.